Every day your mind becomes part of some game or the other. But have you ever asked yourself whether you are playing the game or the game is being played with you? Today's video is not going to be any normal video. Rather, it will be a blueprint of mind transformation. In it, there are total 8 chapters. Every single chapter will give you a new weapon. Chapter 1. Mind the most powerful weapon. You will know that the real warfare happens inside you, and your most dangerous enemy can sometimes be your own mind. Chapter 2. Here, you will learn who your real enemy is, why he is so close to you, and how recognizing him is your first victory. Chapter 3. Mind-hacking techniques you will get. Such secret mental hacking techniques that can rewrite the programming inside you. Chapter 4. Dark manipulation tactics. This part will change your perspective itself. Here you will know those secret dark methods by which you can manipulate and control your enemies, without touching them, without speaking, so that you play the game and the rest just become pawns. Chapter 5. Revenge psychology. Every revenge has a psychology. And here, you will learn how to turn your revenge energy into a cold, calculated power play. Chapter 6. Control without speaking. You will know that the world can be controlled even without speaking. Only with your energy signals, your presence, and non-verbal authority. Chapter 7. Real-life examples and strategy. Here you will see the stories of those people who used this dark psychology and bent the world according to themselves. Chapter 8. Dark Psyche Transformation. The last chapter will introduce you to that version which never wavers, never accepts defeat. A strategic, dangerously calm warrior who has risen from within. Now it is up to you whether you watch this video or feel it, because the transformation that will start here will change the game inside you forever. And yes, if you have learned something new from this video, then definitely like it and subscribe and become part of that journey, where every week you will get such strategic mind weapons that will make you so sharp and unshakable from inside that the world will become part of your game. Ready? Let's begin. Have you ever thought that the biggest weapon that is with you is not in your hand, but in your mind? Really, we often ignore the power of our mind. We think that strength, money, and physical power matter the most. But the reality is something else. Mind, this word itself, is so powerful that we often do not understand how much potential is hidden in this one power. We think that victory is only for those people who are physically stronger in any game, who can gather more resources, or who use brute force to defeat the opponent. But do you know, in reality, the biggest victory and the most powerful win is the one that comes from your mind? Which is your way of thinking, which is your mindset, which are your inner beliefs. That is your true weapon. Here is a question. Have you ever seen your mind as a weapon? Think, what would happen if you could understand the full power of your mind? What would happen if you could know that the mind can be trained just like any weapon? What would happen if you could make strategies to win mind games? In reality, this weapon is already inside you. But have you recognized it? The real power of the mind is this. It is not just for you to think. It is for you to create, destroy, and control. Ever think there is an unseen power inside you that can make you dominant in any situation? Which can push your enemy just one step back and take you one step forward. Are you understanding that power of the mind? When we talk about the mind, it is not just about any thought process or emotions. It is completely a strategy. When you understand this weapon, then you become the most dangerous and most powerful person in warfare. Think, if your mind is your biggest weapon, then how should you control it? How should you harness it so that you can use it to your advantage? There are 2 things in this. First is mind control, and second is mind programming. When we talk about mind control, it means directing thoughts and emotions in such a way that you can go wherever you want. Have you ever thought, if there are always positive thoughts in your mind, then what would your life be like? If your thoughts are always strategic and focused, then will you ever be afraid of anything? Now let's talk about mind programming. Here you have to prepare your mind to think in new ways. Through self-talk and affirmations, you can train your subconscious mind. The more you make your thinking positive, productive, and strategic, the less your mind will work against you. Rather, it will strategically align every decision of yours. Think, what would happen if your mind knew that every decision is right? What would happen if you could predict your enemy's moves in advance? What would happen if you could just give the right direction to your mind and it shows the right path every time? This is not magic. This is the true power of the mind. When you understand it properly and use it in the right way, then you will reach that level where the enemy will be helpless in front of you because you have controlled every situation with the mind. You will have strategy in every move. You will have solution to every problem. You will have win in every battle. But to understand this first, you have to know that the warfare that is happening inside you is the most dangerous. If you fight with your mind, it will never let you win. But if you train it and weaponize it, then you will become the most powerful person in the world. You will become more powerful than yourself. So remember, the mind is your most powerful weapon, but it will not work until you train it properly. Now, you have a choice. Either you can make it your weakness, or you can make it your greatest strength. Because when you understand this mind weapon properly, then you will understand that the 𝗗𝗷𝗔 warfare is going on inside you, and unlocking your mind will be the real victory. Ready to unlock the true power of your mind? Chapter 2. Who is your enemy? Who is your real enemy? Have you ever thought that if there is a war going on, then who is the enemy? Every war has a face, an opponent. But in this war that you are fighting in your life, for your dreams, goals, and identity, your enemy is so hidden that he often appears with you. Not in front. Look, everyone says the world is bad, people cheat, opportunities do not come. The system is crooked. But have you ever stopped without thinking and asked yourself once, who is my real enemy? Because until you recognize him, you will keep striking in the wrong direction every time. Every time empty strikes, and every time defeat. So let's know today for real, who is your enemy? The very first enemy is your comfort zone. Yes, that comfort zone in which you think, friend, everything is fine, we will do it tomorrow. Let me rest a little more, that place which looks safe, but in reality is a trap. The second enemy, procrastination, the habit of postponing, which keeps you away from every important work so that you feel you are safe while you are slowly going backwards, that voice, which says, not now, later, that is pushing you back. The third enemy, fake friends and toxic circles who smile in front but eat your energy from inside. Those people who are afraid of your growth because your rise is a threat to them. There can be such people around you who subtly keep you down. In jokes, in sarcasm, or in dialogues like what will happen to you, friend. The fourth enemy, overthinking and self-doubt. That fear which keeps you in an invisible jail. Every time when you want to do something, your own mind tells you, will you be able to do it? What will people say if you fail? And slowly you stop yourself, without anyone else coming in between. But wait, the most dangerous enemy is still left. Your most deadly enemy is your past version. Yes, that version which had accepted defeat, which was just surviving, which used to find excuses, which got scared, which used to blame others, which used to ignore the voice inside. That version which reminds you every time that you are not special. It is not in your capacity. From the background you come from, no one goes up. This is the enemy which has to be defeated every time. But when you recognize all this comfort zone, procrastination, toxic people, overthinking, and your past self, then you will have clarity. And clarity itself is the first strike. Now you will not throw random punches. Now you will direct strike on your exact enemy. Now you will not blame others. Now you will take responsibility, because you know recognition is the first thing. Your enemy is never outside. He is hidden inside you. Once you see him, the game changes. Now you are prepared. Now you are aware. Now you can choose whom to fight and whom to leave. And remember, before defeating the enemy, it is necessary to see him. It is necessary to understand him, because until you do this, you are just striking in the dark. Now the question is not, who is your enemy? Now the question is, are you ready to fight him? Because now you have come to know your real enemy is not someone outside. It is you yourself, and defeating him is your very first victory. Think if your mind was a software mind-hacking techniques. What would happen if you yourself became its coder? What would happen if all those fears, self-doubt, laziness, and weak thoughts which kept you back for years, their source code came in your hands? Then what would you do? Chapter 3 is going to teach you exactly this. Today you will learn how to reprogram your own mind so that you do not just remain a thinker, but become a doer. Your mind is not any magical thing. It is just a loop. Thoughts, beliefs, actions which are repeated again and again, like a glitchy code which produces the same error every time. Every time when you say, I cannot do it, I am unlucky, people are better than me. You put a command in your mind, and the mind executes it, every damn day. Now the question is not, what do you think? The question is, will you learn to hack your thoughts? First hacking technique pattern, interrupt. Every time when you feel that you are going into a negative loop, just do one thing, do something that shocks your system. As soon as your mind says, this cannot be done by me, you say loudly, shut up. I am not that version anymore. Get up immediately. Wash your face with water. Breathe loudly or clap yourself loudly. This small act breaks your mind's autopilot. The first way to fix a glitch is to break its loop. Second technique is thought replacement protocol. Look, the mind never stays empty. If you remove a negative thought and do not replace it, it will come back again. So as soon as your mind says, my time is going bad, you immediately replace. My bad time is training me for domination. Make a dark, powerful version of every negative line. Repeat it like a mantra until your brain starts believing it. The mind does not understand logic. The mind learns only from repetition. Third hacking technique, future self-visualization. Every day at least 5 minutes, close your eyes and imagine a version that you want to become. How does he walk? In what voice does he talk? How does he react? What is his energy? Why? Because for the mind and body, there is no difference between imagination and reality. The more times you visualize that version, your mind will start considering it as the default reality. And then you will start becoming like that. This is not magic. This is neuro-rewiring. Your mind is a muscle. And every thought is a repetition, just like you do reps in the gym, do mental reps in the mind. Negative thoughts, replace, weak reactions, interrupt, confusion, visualize. Slowly your old version will crash and a new version will be installed. Like an elite, dark software built to dominate, not survive. Now listen, this is next level. Your vocabulary defines your reality. When you say, I am feeling scared, you are making yourself powerless. But if you say, I am becoming mentally aware, then same feeling but powerful interpretation. Do not consider fear as weakness. Consider it as energy signal. Change language. Perception will change. Perception will change. Outcome will change. Hack is not just of the mind. It has to be done of the environment too. What do you listen to? Whom do you follow? What type of reels do you watch? All this is silently programming your mind, so choose. Do you want to become a warrior? Then put the environment in war mode too. Music, posters, screensavers, notebooks. Everything should be aligned with your mission. When the world is sleeping, you are silently programming your subconscious, like a real silent assassin. Now you have understood your mind is not any uncontrolled beast. It is just a system whose programmer is now you. Whatever you want to become, you can write its code. Just need daily execution. No excuses, no delays, no self-pity. Now you do not just think, now you hack your mind. And this is the edge that will turn an ordinary person into a dangerously calm warrior. Chapter 4. Dark Manipulation Tactics. The powerful one is dark manipulation tricks and tactics, not the one who speaks the fastest. The powerful one is the one who controls everything without speaking. Intro, deep, slow heartbeat with a haunting hum. Power is not always loud. Power is sometimes so subtle that the person in front does not even think that he is in the game. Welcome to the darkest chapter so far, where you will learn how people are controlled, without touching, without raising voice. From here, the game is not of psychology, it is of psyche. Understand the battlefield. Every human walks around with an emptiness inside, an insecurity, a need, no matter how confident he appears. And this is his entry point. Dark manipulation starts from here, when you turn his weakness into his illusion and can lead him. Like a king moves pawns. You do not need to show anyone down, just make them subtly feel that you have the clarity which they do not have. Weapon 1, mirror control. The very first technique, mirror control. People trust the most the person who thinks like them, speaks, behaves. So use this. Mirror their words, gestures, tone, slowly. Become a subtle echo. This will make their subconscious feel this person is of my vibe, and this becomes the first hook of manipulation. Weapon 2. Strategic silence. Second tactic, strategic silence. Powerful people do not react much, because silence itself becomes a question. When someone provokes you, stay silent. When someone tries to impress you, observe. This will make the other person uncomfortable, and he himself will reveal what he is hiding. Remember, every time you react, you lose control, and every time you stay silent, you are doing invisible domination. Weapon 3. Controlled compliments. Third tactic, controlled compliments. Praising people does not make them weak, but a precise compliment triggers their ego. For example, instead of saying you are smart, say you are smarter than most people I have met in this field. Now you have put a comparison, and his ego will subconsciously start seeking approval from you. This is not a compliment, it is ego leash. Weapon 4. Psychological scarcity. The more available you are, the more valueless you become. Dark manipulators keep themselves like rare currency, delay messages, miss calls. Keep presence unpredictable so that the other person chases you and you stay on high ground in the equation. It's not cruelty, it's strategic distance. Weapon 5. Frame dominance. Every conversation has a frame which is more confident. His frame becomes dominant. Do not follow their lead, introduce new question, break their rhythm. Example, if someone is imposing authority on you. Take a calm pause, then say, interesting. But have you ever looked at it from this lens now? The conversation has shifted in your direction. Not theirs. Weapon 6. Emotion mapping. Every human has an emotional fingerprint. Some people run on validation, some on guilt, some on fear. Your job is to decode their emotion map, then press that button when you want the result. This is like firing the mind without firing a bullet. Power comes with ethics. Now wait. Dark manipulation. Learning tactics is a responsibility. Use them only when the situation is tactical, not for emotional revenge. Power is real when the control to use it is also with you. This is the difference between a weak manipulator and a dark strategist. Now a silent language has awakened inside you which can hypnotize someone and can also tie someone in invisible leash. Chapter 4 is complete. Now you can enter any room and make dominance felt without speaking. Now it is the turn of the next chapter. Now it is time to make that fire a weapon which has been burning only inside till now. The revenge psychology. Chapter 5. Revenge psychology explained. Revenge is not taken when you are angry. Revenge is taken when you are the calmest. You are hurt, and perhaps it still hurts. Someone broke trust. Someone showed you down. Someone played with your emotion and left a fire inside you. Today you will learn to turn that same fire into a cold, calculated power. From here, revenge is not just emotion. It becomes strategy. Section 1. Why revenge is misunderstood. People think revenge means making the front person suffer. But true revenge is deeper. True revenge is evolution. Not showing the front person what you lost, but proving to yourself what you can become. Once someone had called you worthless, weak, average. Now it is time to turn that insult into fuel and prepare such a version that even the insult feels ashamed seeing it. Section 2. The enemy doesn't matter anymore, the one who hurt you. He was part of your journey, not the destination. True revenge starts when you stop thinking about him and put full focus on rewriting yourself, because now you have come out not to defeat someone, but to win yourself. Section 3. Energy shift from emotion to execution. When you are angry, decisions become blurred, but when you are calm, then planning starts. So first step is process the emotion and then turn it into power. Cry if you have to. Scream if you must. But then wipe your face and start writing your blueprint. Revenge isn't a moment. It's a metamorphosis. Section 4. Cold fire formula. Now meet a deadly strategy. Cold fire formula. 1. Cool mind. No overthinking, no reaction, just silence and learning. 2. Inner fire. Let the insult stay in your core like a reminder. 3. Relentless action. Use your pain as daily fuel. Make every insult a milestone. Make every rejection an upgrade. When people ask, how did you do it so intense? Then just smile and show your scars. Section 5. Play the long game. Revenge is not short-term satisfaction, it is long-term transformation. You have to reach yourself in such a life where those people who wanted to break you, today they are afraid to even take your name. You have to see regret on their faces, not when you answer them, but when they will search your name and burn in silence. Section 6 becomes so good that ignoring you is not in anyone's capacity. This is not revenge, it is dominance. When you become so relevant that no one can ignore your existence. I had left him. They will not be able to say, because today, your every step will be writing history. Section 7, shadow to light. People made from pain are of two types, one those who break and one those who become dark gold. You have to turn into that gold which has burned, melted, but now has become razor sharp. Now you know revenge is not taken by shouting. Revenge is taken when people become silent seeing you. You have become a weapon whose shine is visible but wound is not. In the next chapter, you will know control without speaking, where the whole world will run on your signals without words. You have reached till here. This means mind control. Without speaking, you are not average. Someone swipes in 10 seconds. Someone runs away from boredom in 30 seconds. But you have absorbed all the darkness till now. And now, you are going to enter a new zone. This means that you are ready to unlock those powers, which make the world obey you, even without speaking. This chapter is control without speaking, where silence will be your new language and your presence itself your loudest command. When words become weak, their energy speaks. Sometimes just entering the room is enough. No need to speak. Your presence itself is so intense that people automatically start paying attention towards you. This is the power of non-verbal control. Section 1. The world runs on energy, not on voice. Every human leaves an invisible signal. You can call it vibrational signature. When you are confident, your body posture changes. Your eye contact, your hand movement, your way of walking. All this reflects your internal energy outside, and this energy gives you control. Without saying anything, without speaking anything. Section 2. Eye contact, the silent weapon. A right eye contact is no less than a sharp sword. When you look directly at someone and he averts his eyes, then understand that the power has shifted. Alpha energy shows dominance without speaking, and all this comes with practice. Section 3. Posture your body, your transmit slouch pack nervous hands. These signal that you are unsure. But when you stand with open posture, steady shoulders and slow movements, then you subconsciously signal to people that you are the leader. You are not the observer. Posture is your silent announcement. Section 4. Silence as power silence. That weapon which creates fear. When everyone is shouting and you are just watching, then people wonder, what will be his next move? And this is the moment where you come in control. Silence creates mystery. Mystery creates curiosity, and curiosity gives you leverage. Section 5. Few words, deep talk. When you speak less, then the weight of every word increases. People think about your words again and again. They guess what you are thinking, and this uncertainty makes them mentally weak. Powerful people rarely explain, they just give signals, and the rest of the world decodes. Section 6. Energetic grounding. The energy that comes out of your body, it is connected to your breathing. When you do deep breathing, then your nervous system becomes calm, and this calmness attracts people. Remember, calm is the ultimate flex. Section 7. Charisma is built, not born. No one is born charismatic. It is developed from small improvements every day. Mirror practice, eye contact drills, silent room entry tests, breathing control. All this turns you into that version which can control conversation, even without speaking. Section 8. Strategic use of pauses. Next time, when you speak, pause after every 2 lines. These pauses make your talk worth thinking. The audience follows you because you are not repeating yourself, but speaking like a toll. Control never comes from volume, it comes from presence. When you are calm from inside, grounded from outside, then you can control the temperature of every room. Even without speaking, you appear powerful. Even without shouting, people listen to you. And this is the real domination. Now, when you enter any room next time, you will not have to ask yourself, am I noticeable? Because you will not speak, your energy itself will. Real-life examples and strategies speak. Chapter 7. Real-life examples and strategy. Those who appear the most dangerous do not always shout. They make moves. If you have reached till here till now, then you deserve respect, because very few people are there who do not just listen to dark psychology, they feel it and want to implement it. Now time is to introduce you to those people who used these ideas in real life and bent the whole world according to themselves. Example 1. Miyamoto Musashi, the silent strategist Japan, as a warrior who won more than 60 sword fights without ever losing. Musashi followed a concept void strategy where he made himself so unpredictable that the enemy could not understand him. He spoke very less, but his moves were so calculated that the opponent would get scared before accepting defeat. His silence, his sharp focus, everything told without saying anything. Example 2. Cleopatra, the queen of charisma, Egypt, queen who not just with her beauty but with emotional intelligence and strategic charm used to bend kings. She brought Rome's two most powerful leaders, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, both under her influence. How? Subtle signals, perfect timing, and control presence. She had learned to read people's emotions and then turn them towards herself. She knew people are controlled by emotions, not actions. Example 3. Elon Musk, calm but calculated. A genius of the modern world who sits quietly in press conferences. But when he speaks, the whole world listens. Musk's power is in his calm authority. He does not over-explain. He does not overreact. Instead, he makes his presence with his body language, pauses, and laser focus. Here the lesson is simple. Don't chase attention. Command it. Example 4. Jay Shetty, spiritual clarity, strategic control. Jay Shetty's calm tone, slow speaking style, and eye contact instantly draws people. Whatever he says goes into people's hearts, because he doesn't try to impress, he tries to connect. And this is the biggest control. Connection without control feels real, but it's still control. Example 5. You, the one watching, yes you. You are following this series right now, and with every episode, something or the other is changing. You are slowly going into such a zone where you have started understanding people, where you have started working on yourself. And that means you are also becoming a strategist. The secret of strategy: observe, adapt, dominate. Now the question is, how do I use these examples in my life? Here is a 3-phase formula. 1. Observe deeply. Pay more attention to people's actions than words. How do they walk, react, take pauses? 2. Adapt silently. Change yourself according to them, but only on surface level so that you read, not expose. 3. Dominate calmly. With a calm mind, with a clear vision, do that which no one sees but affects. Bonus mindset. Shadow warrior mentality. Great warriors do not always fight in light. They work in shadows. They build silently. They observe patterns. And when they strike, it's so clean, so sharp, that the opponent does not even understand when and how the defeat happened. Be that warrior. You have come till here. That means you earn it. Respect, strategy, discipline, vision. Now you are not just listeners. Now you are part of the story. Your every movement is a step toward becoming someone who does not play the game, sets the game. Chapter 8 is coming, where you will see yourself in a new form, a version that doesn't flinch, doesn't fall. A warrior whose eyes are closed but gazes in every direction. Chapter 8. Dark Psyche. Dark Psyche. Transformation. Transformation does not need to shout to create havoc, just needs a new thinking. You have completed this entire journey. From doubts to discipline, from chaos to control, from being unaware to becoming dangerously aware. In this journey, every chapter gave you a new weapon. But now it is time for transformation. Not just from outside, but deep inside, where your mind becomes your greatest ally. Section 1. You are not that anymore. The one who used to fear, who used to break from every rejection, who used to get upset from small things, you are not that anymore. Now you do not react, you respond. You do not get trapped in emotional trap, you beat others in their own game. Silently, strategically, surgically. Section 2, the inner upgrade. Now you think before speaking. Observe before thinking. Calm yourself before observing. Your presence, your voice, your eyes have now become weapons. And this transformation is not part of any movie, this is your reality. Section 3, Dark Psyche, the warrior within. Now you have understood that the fight does not happen from outside. It happens inside the mind. Controlling the mind means controlling the world. Now you have knowledge of manipulation, revenge, strategy, silence, body language, observation, everything. Now you are that person who does not show anger, but has fire in action. Who does not speak much, but clears everything with one line. Section 4. Now the storm is not outside, it is inside. Now you do not prove yourself to anyone. You have passed in your own eyes. Your dark is not your weakness anymore. It is your sharpening stone which grinds you, but also shines you. Now you turn every insult into fuel, turn every rejection into redirection, turn every loneliness into laser focus. Section 5. Your aura has changed. Your walk, your tone, your timing. Now people feel you take entry, and the room shifts because now you are the one who says everything after thinking. Who reads every gaze, who understands every vibe. Now you have turned into that warrior who is not afraid of anyone, neither of rejection, nor of manipulation, nor of loneliness. Because now you are the storm, you now talk with vibe control, with energy, and win the game staying in shadow. You have completed this series. That means you are ready. Ready for that journey which is not for everyone, but for rare souls like you. From now, every day is a battlefield. Every world is a weapon. And you, a clever, calm, dangerously calm warrior. If this entire journey seemed valuable to you, if any chapter awakened something inside you, then do not keep it alone. Like, subscribe and send it to the one who has forgotten himself, because perhaps this one share may remind someone of his real form. Video ends, but your story starts now.